All right, so we're back here again in AVODA after graduation with Nissi Naturals founder Maria Mangeni. Maria, welcome back.
Thank you.
So, you were one of only 3 AVODA startups this year that graduated with strong revenue already coming in. So, congratulations. That's really incredible.
Thank you.
Really incredible. How do you feel like right now?
Excited. The fact that I came into AVODA and I was taught things that I didn't know. If I compare last year and this year, I'm so happy that I've learned a lot. And I am going to implement everything in the Nissi business that I learned.
Excellent.
Yes.
And what does it feel like knowing that this video and your pitch video, which we all saw, is going out into the world and people are seeing it, investors are seeing it? What does that feel like to you?
I'm actually very excited and honored, to be honest. And it actually also makes me realize that this is God's business. And I need to be more serious about it and do what He has called me to do, what He has put in my hands to do. Yes.
Absolutely. So we've watched your pitch video, which is very businessy and serious. So today we want to keep it a little more relaxed, and we want to know about who is Maria. Who is Maria Mangeni? What kind of child were you? What was your family like? What was it like growing up? Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. I'm actually called Maria Mangeni Ann Taka. I have 4 names.
Okay, I have to write that down.
I am
Taka.
born in the family of 7 siblings. I'm the 6th.
Wow.
And I grew up as a tomboy. I like to imitate my brothers. Whatever they did, I did. Which made me so courageous, and also knowing that I can achieve stuff. I can go, and if I put my mind to something, I'll get it.
Were you the only girl?
No, there were 4. We are 4 girls.
Okay.
And 3 boys. Unfortunately, the 3 girls passed away due to sickle cell, and now I'm the only girl with 3 boys, and I'm the youngest, and that makes me one of the most courageous person among us, the 3 men.
You sure are.
Yes. And then my parents.
Sorry to hear
mother,
about your sisters, though.
Yeah, it hurts, but on the other hand, I thank God that I know where they are. They're in heaven, and I'll meet them one day.
Amen.
Yes. So my parents were tough. Mommy was very tough, and Daddy was very disciplined. Though both of them loved us dearly. They all went to be with the Lord. And they taught me one thing: I need to be courageous. I need to be a hardworking woman, because the world that I'm in is not an easy place to be. And that's how I've been.
And you definitely do reflect that in a very, very inspiring way.
Thank you.
So you were a tomboy, you said.
I was.
Energetic, like to do the stuff together with the boys. But then you were also sick. And I know this is personal, but do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Okay. I'm born with sickle cell disease. It's a congenital disease. It's blood related. I'll give you an example. My red blood cells will live for only 20 days. Yours will live 120 days. They form a sickled, they sickle, and when they do sickle, they get caught up in our veins, which causes severe pain. That is actually, you feel it according to your heartbeat.
Oh.
And it affects all the joints in your body. When you're in a full-fledged crisis, you feel all the joints of your teeth where they're seated in your gum. So it entails running to hospital, getting hydrated, given painkillers. Then they find out what the problem is, what is causing the crisis. Stress causes the crisis. Dehydration does that. Infections do that. And even malaria does that. So we are always, like right now, I can actually get into a crisis just out of the blue, and then you have to run to hospital. But one of the things that my parents taught me was, you have to be strong, because there's no 2 ways about it. You need to be a courageous girl. And it has made me so courageous. And I have learned to tolerate pain so much and take myself to hospital. Now that they're not around, I have to take myself to hospital.
Wow.
And thank God that the hospital that I go to, I'm taken care of very well. Yes.
Wow. So you, despite all that, you chose entrepreneurship as a path. And I still remember you coming to AVODA. You were, and I'm not joking, you were the only AVODA student in 2022 who came to class consistently on time every single day, even when the elevator was not working. It's a new building. You climbed those stairs and you were on time. You're the only one. So, it just makes me wonder, what gives you that drive and that energy? Or, in fact, there were a total of 6 days, I think, when you weren't in class because you were hospitalized. But the very next day, when you were discharged, you were in class already. What gives you that drive?
It all starts with God. I know that I'm wonderfully and fearfully made, and I know God is not seated in heaven wondering what to do with me. He knows me, He loves me, He created me for a reason. And then even my parents encouraged me and told me, don't think negatively, because life is so full of negativity. So they taught me to be very positive minded. When I do have that energy, go for it. And when I enrolled in AVODA and realized there's a lot to learn, especially to help with the business that the Lord has given me to run, I had to make sure I attend class. It didn't matter if I'm going to take one flight at a time to come up the stairs, I had to come.
No, it's really, really moving to hear you say that, because I've seen you a few times. 7 floors up, you're halfway, you're holding on to the rails, but you're taking that one step at a time to get to the top of the building, to get to the classroom. And I thought, what a woman. And whatever she is trying to do, whatever businesses she's trying to start, it's going to have a lot of punch behind it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Nissi Naturals. What was the dream? What was the vision? And just tell it to me as if you were telling a friend.
Okay. It all started, maybe let me say it started with childhood. They never allowed us to grow our hair because it was unmanageable. So fast forward, 2009, I relaxed my hair. The last hair relax I had. And when I looked at my hair, it was thinning. And thinning, yes, like getting very thin. And I remember I sat in my car and asked the Lord, the word tells me I'm wonderfully and fearfully made. Why is it so hard to take care of my hair? Teach me and I'll teach others. And at the same time, my brother had just had a baby girl and he wanted this little girl's hair to be looking nice. So he started to hot comb the hair. She's 2 and you're really traumatizing her. So I started reading about it. The hot comb.
For the male population listening to this, the hot comb, why would that be traumatizing?
It's hot. Can you imagine something hot coming to your hair and it's sizzling? When they're hot coming, the hair, it's sizzling. So the little girl would be like this, screaming, "Daddy,
poor
Daddy."
thing.
So I was like, why are you torturing your little girl? Said her hair has to look nice. I said, I started reading. I had to read and understand. I asked my sister-in-law, please pass me these books. She would buy me books from the US and send them to me. So I read, and actually read about 40 books as of now. So I had to understand, what is it with our hair? What is this that they're talking about that's unmanageable? So that I'm able to come up with a solution. And then 2012 was my first time I made a shampoo bar. And that's where it all started.
What did you make it with?
You get sodium hydroxide, and then you get oils. Mix the sodium hydroxide in water. It's burning, remember. It's hot. Then when you put it in the soap, it will, the reaction, I'll use the word chemical reaction because there's no any other word. The chemical reaction will make soap. But that's all natural, by the way, because even the sodium hydroxide is naturally derived. Then when you put it in a mold, the next day you'll find a bar of soap, but you need to give it 6 to 8 weeks to cure.
Wow.
And the sodium hydroxide evaporates. And then you stay with the soap, with the oils that have been made into soap.
And you said you made this first bar of soap in your mom's kitchen, right? She gave you one corner of the kitchen, and she gave you one corner of the day, and like, is that
Use
correct?
it? Yes.
Tell us more about that.
So,
That sounds interesting.
when I got excited about the products, I started, I planned to make them. Then when I asked my mom, she was like, I can only give you a little space in the kitchen. And make sure you clean up every time you're done. Put things away because this is my kitchen. So which was okay. I started making products from that little space as wide as this. And every time I would be done, I would pack my stuff away and make the place clean because it's her kitchen, remember? Yeah, that's where it all started. Mommy's kitchen. Yeah. That's where it all started. And I was also happy that she encouraged me because she would sit there, watch me, see what I'm doing. And at times she'd say, what's that you're up to? I'm like, Mommy, just hold on. Then after I've whipped something together, I'm like, sit down, you're my guinea pig. And then I'll try it on my mom.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You started a business in your mom's kitchen using organic materials that softens African type hair.
Yes, the kinky, curly, coily hair.
That one, yes. Okay, that's incredible. That's incredible. So I want to know more about that. Again, as friends, not as your presentation audience. You are asking for $50,000, right? And I understand that now you have not just that kitchen. In fact, you have a factory, you have a shop, you have a salon. How much of this $50,000 is going to which, and in what order?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm actually asking for the 50. The 20 will go to the factory.
Okay.
The factory is being constructed right now. We're at the window phase where we're fixing the windows. But I'll need to to make sure that it's at the standard of Uganda Bureau of Standards, where they will be able to give me, let me say, I'll call it a clearance for now, to be able to produce. What do I mean? When you have a cottage industry, you'll be making things in your house, in your little place. But when you expand and you want UNBS to allow you to use their logo, they have to come in and the place is marked. This is the parking place. This is the washing area. Every place has to be marked to the standard of a factory.
And sorry to interrupt. So you said two things that maybe our American friends might not be familiar with. One is cottage industry, and the other one is UNBS, or Uganda National Bureau of Standards. Could you explain very briefly what those mean?
Cottage industry is when you make products in your little house. We call it a cottage industry.
So it's inside your house.
Exactly.
It's like a home business.
And it's so small, yes.
Okay.
And then the Uganda Bureau of Standards is our regulatory body in Uganda, where for every product that I've made, I have to take it to them. They test it and clear it for human consumption or usage.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But on top of that, you can actually request them to come and have a look at your production center, and then they'll give you a certification for it. Then allow you to put their logo on all your products.
Gotcha. And you need $20,000 to get your current factory to that level.
Yes, the one I'm building to that level.
Okay.
Yes, because the current is still that little one that I'm outgrowing. Yes, but the one that I'm constructing right now.
Oh, it's already under construction?
Yes, it's under construction. Actually, it's roofed. The windows are the ones that have been put in last week. And I'm waiting to just do the completion now.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And you need $20,000 to complete that?
Yes, please.
And that's going to increase your production by?
I would imagine it will increase my production by 50%. Because right now where I am, it's so squashed up. And when I'm out in a more spacious place, I'll be able to produce more. And I'll be able to produce it on time. Because now I only have to make a few products, put them aside, then make another batch, put it aside.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a little time consuming.
Okay, got it. So out of the 50, 20 goes to that.
Yes.
There's 30 left. Where does that go?
The 5 goes to the salon. We have a
5,000.
Yeah, the 5,000. Yes. We would like to equip it. Bring in the chairs, bring in the equipment that we need.
You don't have chairs and equipment now?
We do have 4 chairs right now, but we want to bring in more. At least let's have, if we would have 8, 10, so that the customers that come in do not have to wait. We're trying to reduce on the waiting time because that's very crucial for people. They'll walk in and say, how many hours am I going to be here? So if we could reduce on that, that would help a lot. So that they come in, we do what they need to do, and they leave. Yes, so that's where we'll use the 5,000. And then we have the 10 to equip. The 10,000 to buy equipment, stuff that we need, like the mixers, like the everything in that equipment area. Like we'll buy the mixers mixers that I need for the factory, that whatever I'll need for the for the salon. Yes, and then we also have to get cosmetic containers where we package the products. Uganda doesn't have good packaging material, so importing will be the best. But when you import in bulk, you save a lot instead of buying a few at a time. So then the 5,000 goes to that. Then the remaining will go into the marketing, and then also the herb garden. I used to buy herbs from other people, but they would spray them with pesticides. So now I grow my own. So now I want to enlarge it. I have a 5-acre land, so I want to put them out and be able to enlarge and just go in and harvest, bring and use, go harvest. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically.
So there's the bringing the factory up to UNBS standards, 20,000.
Yes.
5 to refurbish your salon, and then 10 to buy equipment. Correct. And then I got confused after that. Another 5 to
For the cosmetic packaging.
for the packaging, the jars and so forth. Okay, okay.
Yes. And whatever balance will be left will go for the, because that takes us to 20. So the 5 will be between marketing and the garden.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So which one is the most critical right now?
The factory.
The factory.
Yes, please.
Okay. I guess maybe you can explain a little bit about how these 3 branches work together. You have the factory, you have the shop, you have the salon, right? So you produce in the factory.
Yes. Then I transport it to the shop, salon, because they're in the same area, they're in the
it's
same
the same
building.
building. Okay.
Yes, so I
Got it.
transport on demand. When they say we've agreed, we shouldn't go below 20 pieces of every product. So when it comes to 19, a message is sent to me, and then I package, make sure we send it off.
But it's a shop, so people also buy from that shop.
Yes,
so it's
they
got
do.
its own revenue,
Exactly.
correct? The salon, why a salon?
Because very few people know how to take care of natural hair. The clients that came in 2015 to ask us to be able to continue the business, make sure we provide the products, came back in 2016 and said, teach us how to use these products. How do I use these products? They are new on the market. So we had to come up with a demonstration salon.
I see.
And that's where when you come and buy the products, we request you to have a seat, take you through. If you want a demo on yourself, we do it and take you through it so that when you go home, you're able to run the whole thing by yourself.
I see. Excellent. So you have a lot of returnees, like returning customers
yes, we
after
do.
the demonstration,
Yes, we do.
with, who want to use your products.
We do. Because
Cool.
we've not done
Wow.
a lot of marketing, our revenue is actually dependent on word of mouth, referral, and then returning clients.
Which kind of brings me to the next point, revenue. What kind of revenue are we seeing from these 3 branches, shall I call it, combined?
Okay, I would not count the factory because it produces and brings out.
Right.
So we'll count the 2. So for the salon, to 2022, I'll say we've had averagely 5,000 per month. And then for the shop, averagely 1,000 per month, dollars revenue. But it's all because of the economy. That's why it has come down. And I believe it's going to go up as the economy gets better. Yes.
Okay.
And of course, when the online marketing also picks up, we will definitely be able to get more clients.
So to the investors who are saying, oh, okay, so the first most critical investment you need is on the one branch that doesn't make revenue. What would you say to that?
It doesn't make revenue, but it prepares the products that make revenue. It's like if you say, I want food, and you don't have a kitchen, then how are you going to cook? We need to prepare the products in the factory, then move them to the salon and the shop to be picked up. Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's a lot of work.
Yes,
3
it is.
branches, there's production, there's salon, there's everything. And I am assuming you're not a one-woman team. Please tell me you're not. How many team members do you have?
I'll be honest with you. For production, I'm a one-woman team. I'm still looking for somebody to teach.
Okay.
Somebody who is teachable, somebody who will be able,
Protege.
hardworking and work with me, because they come in and then they're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the other. The shop has 2 staff that are running it, and then the salon has 5 staff.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's a team of 8, basically.
Yes, that's a team of 8.
A team of 8. Okay. And they need you, though, right? You're kind of like the important piece that's the glue to everything here.
Very true.
So we'll be praying for your health and for your energy. Okay, let's talk about the market too. All right. So there's so many people making similar products. I've been here, 6 years? Organic soaps, shampoos, buy Uganda, build Uganda, right? And so what is the difference, the uniqueness of your product compared to those, and how do you explain it simply to a Ugandan and simply to an American?
For me, integrity plays a very big role. When I say integrity, what do I mean? What I say is in that product isn't actually in that product. And because I say that, the product speaks for itself. When I tell somebody that this deep treatment will soften your hair in 6 weeks, it will. So when the product speaks for itself, then you're going to have a return customer, because they actually believe that what you're doing is honesty and it's true. That's how I'll tell you about how I'm viewing my competitors. That is 1. 2, Uganda, Kampala alone has about 867 female from age 0 to whatever age. So I'm imagining Nissi Naturals takes a portion and my competitors take a portion. Even if God had given me like 10 hands, I don't think I'll be able to spread that thin. But I'm sure Nissi Naturals crowns it all because of our product. Our product is very good. I have had people call me actually. Like one time, one of the bank managers called me and said, I didn't know you're the founder of Nissi Naturals. I said,
wow.
Why? I said, I just bought your products from my daughter and they are working wonderfully. So the testimonies that we're getting. Right. And I'm imagining if we get those testimonies and put them online, because we are not really visible online, then we'll be able to get more people coming.
Gotcha.
And it's about the testimony of the product. Yes.
Yeah, no, so word of mouth obviously is a very powerful tool, especially here in Uganda, right? Okay, so we're getting to the end here. Let's go back to that 50,000. You're looking for debt capital, correct? So you're looking for a loan. And so the question would obviously be, how long will it take before you can realistically start paying back? And how long will it take to pay it all back?
Okay. Like you've mentioned, yes, it's 50,000. I was thinking 50,000, 10%, 5 years to pay back.
Okay.
But I'm also looking at it this way. I've based that on the sales for 2022. But I'm imagining if our sales keep picking up 20% every year, then more revenue will be coming in. So most probably by the 3rd year, we can double our return. When I say our return, our payment back, so that we reduce on the number of years to pay. So I'm imagining, actually I can actually bring it back to 2 years. Let's imagine the first year, which is going to be 2023, the revenue comes up by 20%, then we'll be able to, and then 2024, we're more comfortable to start doubling the return. to reduce on the payback time. Yes.
And that's aggressive.
And I wanted to
Courageous.
say that. Yeah, thank you.
As you're saying. Okay, so it's going to be between 2 to 5 years with I'm supposing a one grace year period.
Yes, I was actually thinking of 6 months grace period.
Okay, 6 months.
From the time you receive the money to the time you start paying. Let's say 6 months.
What would you say to someone who said, okay, I don't have 50,000, but I have 20,000 for you, and we kind of know it's going to your factory, but that would also mean that it's not going to be directly creating revenue for that loan to be paid back.
No, it would be. I'll be very happy for the 20,000. So I'll be smiling towards that person. So the thing is, the 20,000 is injected in the factory. The factory starts production. And when it starts production, we are channeling products out. They go to the shop, they go to the salon, and to the online. I'm partnering with Ustawi to start selling Nissi products on their online platform. So if that goes on, then the revenue that's got from that side caters for the 20,000 return payment.
That sounds great. So what makes you so certain that by producing more products, they would actually sell right now in this market? Like you said, the market's not doing too well in Uganda this year. Okay,
what makes me so certain is previously we've not been marketing ourselves. People don't know us. Okay, few people know us. Now, when we start the online marketing, like our Instagram is on, our Facebook is on, and everything that entails with social media, I believe you're going to have more people coming. And remember, I had also told you about going to the different salons in Kampala, because the 867 people that ladies or female people that are in Kampala cannot all come to Nissi Naturals. But if we can target them in the different salons they go to by speaking to the salon owners and then providing them with the product, then whoever is natural stays at their place and they are catered for by Nissi Naturals.
I see. I get it. Okay. So we will send this message out, and really, we are praying for you. We want to see you successful. And in the very end, I guess I just thought I'd ask this. All throughout AVODA, we've been telling you, hey, triple bottom line. You have to make money, you have to have social impact, and you have to be kingdom building. And how is Nissi Naturals a triple bottom line business?
Okay. The revenue we've spoken about, the social impact comes in when the women and the girls out there are encouraged to embrace their natural beauty. Then the kingdom comes in, starting with me. I'm the founder of Nissi Naturals. How do I carry myself? Integrity. Do I love people? God calls us to love. How do I treat people? How do I treat the clients? How do I treat the employees that I have? Am I loving them? Even those that are not Christian. Am I loving them? Because at the end of the day, love covers everything.
Amen.
Then when we step out, let's say we are stepping out to meet the other salon owners, let's talk to them about the Word of God. Let's minister to them that beauty comes from the inside out. And when you know Christ, it just glows with you. And then the other thing is, I meet people and they tell me, oh, you're called Nissi. I'm like, no, that's Jehovah Nissi, the Lord our banner. And they're like, oh, okay, where did you get it? Then I tell them about Exodus 17:15. And then when we work on our shop, as renovate our shop, we need to put up a wording, Jehovah Nissi, the Lord our banner. He protects us. He takes care of us.
Amen.
And he's the founder of Nissi Naturals at the end of the day. Yeah, so that's how we're going to be preaching his word.
Well, Jehovah Nissi Naturals, Maria, I've never seen so much determination and courage in one person, and I am sure you'll be successful. We'll be praying, and we'll be sending this message out to the rest of the world. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you too for inviting me today.